Hey, Becca C. Smith here, and today I am going over my first week of planning with a digital planner. Here is the whole week at a glance here. And I found that there are things I liked about it, things I didn't like. I did decide that I actually do not like this layout. I do not like setting up goals and actuals because ultimately it makes me feel like I failed even when I did a lot of work for the day. If something got canceled, as you see here, or I just didn't do a 1 hour writing sprint because I ended up reading more for forgotten female fiction. It almost is like setting me up for failure. And things happened. Like if you watch my previous video, I had Emily's live here, but I forgot I had a doctor's appointment. And then Kevin and Laura canceled their live write-in. But what you'll see in the actual is that I made the last hour of Emily's live, and then Jessica, who had been looking forward to Kevin and Laura's live like we had, decided to just do an impromptu live. And that was great because I ended up finishing chapter 4 and writing 1388 words. But what I did is, we'll start with Sunday, which we saw before. I made sure that these two goals were met. But I also started to edit the actual planning video. And so the whole day I probably worked about 5 hours. And then Monday, I finished editing the planning video and uploaded it, and that took about 2 hours. The live with Emily was actually the second thing I did, but I did pretty good. I got a quarter of the way through chapter 4, but instead of sewing like I wanted to, we got an elliptical for the RV, a smaller one, and I ended up building it for 3 hours. But I did end up reading forgotten female fiction afterwards, so it was kind of a success, but I did feel like I failed. I can go through everything here, where Tuesday was great. I did everything that I said I was going to do. Wednesday, it took me a lot longer to finish the forgotten female fiction book than I thought. Wasn't able to write, wasn't able to film, and I definitely wasn't able to edit Saturday. I finished reading the book on Friday. Yesterday, I spent the time that I thought I was going to spend on Wednesday working on the script. I am getting things done. It's just not how I predict, because sometimes things take longer. And like you see here, Hannah and I, we did really well with our editing on Wednesday, but we realized there was a chapter that needed to be reworked. So Thursday and Friday, instead of editing, Hannah is working on that chapter. A lot of crossouts and cancels, and I just don't want to see that on my planner. It makes me feel like I failed in some way. And I also realized I don't think it's healthy for me to plan ahead, or not necessarily healthy, because I mean, planning, obviously you should have goals and you should plan or nothing will get done. I mean, for me especially, it's like I have so many projects that I need to kind of get through them. But I am finding that when I plan like this, even if I'm in the mood to work on something else, I find that I stop myself because I already have what I'm planned for the day. So that's all I can work on for the day. And at first that was kind of comforting because I didn't constantly go through the cycle of I should be working on this, or maybe I should be working on this, and then just that freeze like I talked about where you get so overwhelmed you do nothing. But at the same time, my time could have been better spent. I did finally break that cycle on Friday, since so many things just weren't happening. Like I wasn't going to film Forgotten Female Fiction because I hadn't finished reading the book. I wasn't going to work on editing Black Sunset because Hannah still was working on her chapter. I was able to do the live with Brooke, but I came up with a screenplay idea and I went with it. So I didn't work on Hexsphere like I planned this whole week. I didn't even work on Hexsphere at the live. I just worked on the screenplay and finishing the Forgotten Female Fiction book. And that felt good. And that's what gave me the idea of I need to do this one at a time. So this is the new setup. Now it took me a while to figure out, but I realized that I wanted to make a list of projects so I can see them all, so I know exactly every single thing that I could possibly think of to work on is in my project section. And then I wanted to block out the rest of the week in squares so that I can have more fun with the design and laying the little stickers out. And I made some new stickers so that I can say how long I worked on a project without actually just typing, but actually making it more artistic, because I do love that aspect about planning. I love stickers and I love making things look pretty. But I decided to just do Monday through Saturday. Sunday, I am going to actively try and take off. Even if I do some work, I'm not going to log it. I am just going to try and relax and enjoy my Sundays. And I'll probably be doing planning videos. So that'll be like one piece of work. I don't really know. I don't think it's really work, but that'll be my one thing that I will do on Sundays. So you'll see this is my setup. I have the total hours worked on the bottom. I have all my projects right here, and then I can just drag them over to the week. And then I made all these, like I said, I made these stickers, but I already put them in the template so that I don't have to constantly go place. Like you saw in my other video, I was like, this is kind of a pain in the ass because I can just have all these stickers here, and if I need to double it up, all I have to do is hit layer, duplicate, group, it's on a group, but layer, duplicate, layer, and then I can have another one, and then I have all the days right here. So everything's all ready for me to go. So essentially what this planner is going to be is logging. That will help me more than anything because that's actually what helped me more with this. This top made me stressed and made me feel bad and made me feel guilty about all these X's and cancels. I didn't like it. And that's not the point. The point of planning is to make you feel good and accomplished and get your goals done. It's not supposed to make you depressed. This bottom actually made me feel good because it did map out everything that I did. It's not as pretty as the top because I just typed everything out. I do like the look of it with the combo of both, but that's why I decided with the new layout that I'm just going to log what I do, but I can make it with the stickers instead of typing out. There may be some typing in there, but so far I think I've made enough stickers that I can log it out. Next Sunday, you will see this calendar all filled out. And I think that will really help me figure out how far I'm getting. Not only in the hours that I work, but in the progress that I make. I even made like progress stickers in terms of like finish chapter 2 or finish chapter, well, actually I'm on chapter 5 now. In other books, Cacao Peak, to keep track of how many chapters I'm doing a week approximately. I'm doing word count. I'm just going to track it all because I think that will help me better assess how long it takes me to do things. Because obviously I have a lot on my plate. And seeing it out like this helps me because then I don't have to keep it all in my head. Oh, I need to work on that. What do I need to, okay, oh, right, there's that. Oh, this, that, and just constant cycles of like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Like I keep forgetting about Dream Diaries 2, probably because I was on the fence of whether I want to even release a sequel, but I forget about it. I actually really like the book. Like I've read it through already, this draft, and I really like it, which is rare for me. I usually don't like what I write, but I actually like this book. So why do I keep forgetting about it? It's almost ready for betas. I just have to do another pass with maybe adding a few more scenes. But that's it. So this is a big goal. I think I'm going to maybe or maybe not focus on next week. Like I said, I'm keeping myself open to whatever is on this list and whatever I'm feeling like for the day. That is what I'm going to work on. But Dream Diaries 2 is definitely top on the list because Emily Bourne and I want to exchange beta books. I guess she'd be my alpha. She's already gone through betas and her alphas, so I'm her beta, but she's my alpha. Aww. This feels a lot better. It feels a lot healthier because I am only showing what I am doing. I am not showing myself what I didn't do because that just is a stressor for me. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see next Sunday how I did. And let me know in the comments how you guys plan. Is it better for you to put out goals, or is it a stressor like it is for me? Or do you just do what I'm currently going to try this week and just record your progress to give you a better idea of how long it takes you to do things? Let me know. I'm really curious because obviously I'm experimenting here. I'm trying to figure stuff out. I'm trying to figure out what works best for me. So this, in theory, seems like it'll work best for me, but I thought last week would work best for me, and I was so wrong. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.